What is going on, you guys? What is going on? What is going on, y'all? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here for a brand new review of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 16, Episode 15. What is going on, you guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Monday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, y'all. Listen, your boy is tired. He tired. He overworked. He feels like he's about to break the fuck down, but he's still here. You feel what I'm saying? It just I think I'm kind of overwhelmed. You know what I mean? I think that's what it is. I think I'm overwhelmed because I work a lot. I work all the time, whether it's on here, whether it's at my day job, whether it's me reading my edits for my book, whether it's me getting ready for this podcast with Josiah, or whether it's me filming this damn web reality show that I'm on. I have a whole lot going on, y'all, and I am tired. Like, even now, when I was watching the Housewives of Atlanta, like, as soon as I got home from work, I had to get in the bed, look at Housewives of Atlanta, take my notes, and get right up here and do this video. I'm tired. Got off of work at 10 o'clock last night, had to come right back to work at 7 o'clock in the morning this morning. It started off like this. Friday night, I had to work from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Then Saturday morning, I had to come right back and work 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then I had to go right back at night on Sunday night, work from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. and then come right back today from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Tired. So listen, that's all I'm saying. Your boy is tired, but I'm still gonna come through and try to give you guys what I said I was gonna give y'all. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not gonna complain too much. But this is why I came to Atlanta. It's for things like, to do all the things I said I wanted to do. So it is what it is. But anyway, with that, but before we get into, y'all know I'm just talking to y'all the first 5 minutes of every video that I do. Y'all know I just gotta, update you guys on what I got going on and things like that before we get into the first, before we get into the 5 minute mark. But let me tell you something about something that I am very excited about, and I'm doing it on tomorrow. So let's get into it. Tomorrow, me and Bundy, we're going live tomorrow, and it's gonna be like a versus battle in a sense, but we will be starting. We will be doing like this girl groups of the 90s type of thing. That's what we'll be doing. Like, we'll be going from several different girl groups. We'll have 2 songs for each round, and we're going to pick which one was the best one. Say, for instance, we may have a TLC Creep versus a SWV I'm So Into You or something like that, and then we're gonna pick which one either one of us felt was the best. Like, we're gonna be going back and forth. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm very excited about this because I know that Bondi loves 90s R&B just like I do. So I felt like who better to do this with would be Bondi Blue. Okay, so yes, we'll be doing this on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. That's 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 o'clock Central time. It'll be me and Bundy, and we'll be right here on my platform. Okay, so yes. No, we won't be playing the songs, yeah, because of the copyright thing. I just give you guys the round, and then me and her go back and forth about why we think it's the best or not. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what we're gonna do. I'm so excited that I ain't even got the list ready yet. I got to get the list ready tonight after the panel is over. But yes, I cannot wait for this. I hope you guys tune in because I'm very much so excited about this, honestly. And like I said before, I'm really trying to get into the music commentary thing full time. And I know I've been talking so much about, oh my God, I want to do music content. Oh my God, I want to do music content. Then I give y'all some, then I'll stop. But I'm really trying to get into it for real. Because reality TV then got boring to me, and gossip really I never cared about. Music is what I really care about. So that's what I really want to get into. And I really want to get into it instead of talking about it all the time. Okay. But anyway, we're at the 5 minute mark now. So we can go ahead and get into what we're here to discuss. And that is the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all know with every live that we do, we try to get 100 people within every live that we do, and things like that. So right now, and also y'all know the panel is over here tonight too, so be on the lookout for that too. But yeah, so let's get into the review. First things first, the Real Housewives of Atlanta was okay. Like it was one of those fun episodes or whatever, which I'm not really mad about it being a little bit light, but when it comes down to reviewing the show, it's not much that I can dig into because it was so light. You feel what I'm saying? Like I ain't saying that every single episode gotta be heavy on the drama and stuff like that. I know we gotta have some episodes where we see the girls have fun, but as a reviewer, it's like, okay, so what are going to be the bigger parts for me to really just dig into like that? You feel what I'm saying? It ain't really much that I can dig into like that, if you get what I'm trying to say. But we're going to try to make this be the best that we can. I know that this live is not going to be no 50-minute, hour video or nothing like that. I don't really see it being like that. I do see it being 30 minutes tops, maybe 35 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. If God, and that'll be pushing it for it to be 40 minutes, honey. So I don't really know, but we're definitely going to see what it's going to give. Okay. Let me see what else is going on here. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. So, Drew and Angela, they get up in the morning and they discuss Shamea's breakdown, and they talked about how bad they felt for her in that particular instance and things like that. And they were just glad that all of the girls were actually, being sisters to what's her name? To Shamea at that moment in time. They were glad that everybody was there for Shamea and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? And, I will say that it was a good moment to see them all like come together and put all that petty shit aside, because sometimes the petty shit is cool for the show, but then sometimes the shit be so damn petty to the point to where it be like, girl, what the fuck is we really arguing about? Like, what is the whole point of this shit? You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it was given. Like everybody was glad that everybody was there for one another, but you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like Angela started saying, listen, but in the midst of us being there for Shamea, all I could think about and all I could do was look in your face. And Drew was like, what are you talking about? And they talked about how Drew was looking when Brittany Streep got on her knees and gave this riveting performance to Shamea, talking about how much she loves Shamea and how much she rides for Shamea and how Shamea is her sister and all this other stuff. I'm just like, girl, like I said last week at the panel, that shit wasn't real. That shit was a whole goddamn performance piece. Like if she wanted an Emmy Award for best performance on a reality show, her ass needed to get an Emmy for that, because Britt was putting on like it wasn't nobody business. Britt was putting on. Hey, Dominique. Britt was putting on. Cause all this, I love you, girl. I'm here for you, girl. You my girl. You my sister. You this, you that. I'm like, girl, you don't mean it. Girl, you don't mean that shit for nothing in the goddamn world. I promise you, you do not mean none of that shit you saying, because it just came across real try hard, real cringy, all that shit. Like I just didn't believe Brie. I didn't believe her. It just wasn't real to me. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. For those that know me, everybody know that I'm goofy as a mother. Okay, everybody know that. If I was sitting in that moment right in front of all them damn girls, I would have hollered. And I ain't talking about hollered with tears. I'm talking about I would have hollered laughing. Because I cannot contain my laughter for nothing in the world, especially in sad moments. I am the family member that you can't sit next to at the funeral. Because if some shit funny, bitch, I'm going to laugh. I promise you I'm going to laugh. I don't give a fuck what's going on. When we was at my Uncle Vest's funeral a couple of years ago, my damn grandmama was talking in tongue. Bitch, I hollered. I ain't gonna lie, I hollered. So I'm telling y'all, don't sit next to me in no damn at no funeral, and don't be next to me when there's a serious moment and somebody doing some cringy shit. Because I promise to God, I'm going to holler. Okay? And y'all going to look at me like I'm crazy, but I promise you, I am going to holler when you doing the shit that Brittany did, I'm gonna holler. I don't see how nobody didn't, but see, those women are way more mature than me. See, I see when it comes down to shit like what's the right time and what's the wrong time to laugh. Listen, I can't handle it. I will holler. I can't contain myself. I will holler laughing because looking at Drew's face, I wouldn't have been able to compose myself. I would have died laughing at Drew for real because that's the same way that I was looking. So then they started talking about the friction between Kelly and Britt and how, you know, Kelly was running up behind Shamea with the whole donation thing. So here's my thing, y'all. I do feel like Kelly is being a turncoat. I do feel like that. Now, I'm not saying that Kelly got to agree with everything with Britt, you know, agree with everything that Britt do, because trust and believe me, I don't agree with everything Jamar do, Carl do, Tremel do. I don't agree with everything that they do. You feel what I'm saying? But Shamea was coming at Britt, and I just felt like Kelly should not be in that space where she's sitting up here agreeing with the passive aggressive digs that Shamea is serving up to Britt. That's just not what it is. And I just know that at any other time, Kelly would have been, you know, taking up for Britt at that moment. Did we not forget about, you know, the Bailey Q on Juneteenth when they was all sitting up at the Bailey Q, and soon as Britt came for Angela, Kelly was her second head screaming out everything that Britt said and was jumping in on that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So to me, it's like, what the fuck is going on here? And I don't like that. I don't like no turncoat motherfuckers. I don't like that. I don't respect it at all either. And I just don't know what the hell is on Britt's mind. Like, girl, Kelly's mind. And anytime you make me feel bad for Britt, something is wrong with that. Something is seriously wrong with that if you are making me feel bad for Britt. I don't normally feel bad for her. And I'm not one of them fans that hate her over the Kenya stuff, because I don't really hate Britt. I'm very indifferent to Britt at the end of the day when it comes down to it. I'm very indifferent to Britt. I don't really have a big issue with Britt. I just think that she's overly aggressive, and I think that she's very combative. And I think that is the reason why she doesn't connect with the audience. And I think that's why she doesn't really connect with the group either, because she's very combative. She doesn't take accountability for shit that she do. So that's one of the reasons why people can't stand her. But in this instance, she's not wrong. Kelly is kind of throwing her to the other side to join the family of lapdogs that is Shamea and Portia. So I don't really, in Phaedra, because if we really want to be real, I don't know if anybody else is saying this, but Phaedra is a top dog. Portia is a lapdog for Phaedra. Shamea is a lapdog for Portia. And Kelly is a lapdog for fucking Shamea. I don't know if anybody else agree with that. I don't know if anybody else sees that the way that I do, but that's how I see it. Because I've always felt like Portia was a lapdog for Phaedra. I just feel like that's how it goes. You know, Phaedra is the top dog. Portia is the little dog. Shamea is the smaller dog. And Kelly is the smallest dog. That is how it goes. So I don't, like I said, I don't know if y'all agree with that or not. I don't know if anybody sees it the same way that I do, but that is the way I see it. Okay. That's the way I see it. So my thing is, how you gonna be, you know, a lapdog for another goddamn lapdog? It's giving high school, honestly. It's giving preschool, honestly. And the fact is, Phaedra done went from being Shirley Caesar to Megan Thee Stallion overnight. And that is the most fascinating thing in the world. How you go from being Tamla Man to being Carisha all in a couple of years. I mean, that's very, you know, very much so interesting to me, and I don't understand. 1 minute Phaedra came on this show talking about take me to the king. And then the next thing you know, Phaedra saying real ass bitch, give a fuck by the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. But you know, it is what it is, child. Let's continue on with the story. We're gonna move on to Shamea. Now, Shamea calls Mama Morton and she checks on the kids, y'all. And apparently, The reason why Shallow got sick is because the person that was watching the baby had the thermostat down too low. Like it was very cold in the house. And that's the reason why Shallow gets sick very quickly, because if she's too cold, she gets too sick. So she has to be pretty warm. I'm not understanding this story. I just got to be real, y'all. I'm not necessarily understanding what is actually going on with this whole story. Like, I don't know what's going on. So, did that because when Gerald called her last week, he said that she was throwing the baby around. And I'm like, if she was throwing the baby around, y'all need to be getting a lawsuit if she throwing y'all damn baby around. How the fuck is she throwing your baby around? Like, how is she throwing your damn kid around? You know what I mean? That's the part I'm trying to get. I don't understand that part. But then it's kind of like, so she had the thermostat down low. She knows that Shiloh is a sickly child. What is it? What exactly did she do? And what are y'all gonna do about it? Because Gerald calling Shamea every time she's gone to be the bearer of bad news is kind of getting on my damn nerves. And once again, y'all know I like Shamea for the most part, although I've been calling her ass out for the sake of being true, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but if y'all got somebody up in y'all house that's doing shit like that in regards to your sickly child, then y'all need to get rid of her ass. You don't need no negligent person watching y'all kid. And you know what I mean? It's just like I listen. These rich folks, when they be having these nannies and people in a house when they not there and they got to be out of town, I don't know how the hell that goes or how that works, because some of us who are coming from working parents, the most we would get is an auntie house, a cousin house, or somebody like that that's gonna look after us while our mama out of town. I mean, I don't really know, but I do want to say this though. And somebody literally just said this in the comments. Some people feel like Shamea need to be at home with her kid and not go on no trips. I don't really believe that that is realistic, because whether or not Shamea has a sickly child, I don't really think that it's fair to say something like that. She still has a life, and she's not the only parent in Shiloh's life. She don't have to just be bound at the house all the damn time. Like, she has a right to go out and have a good time when she can. You feel what I'm saying? Like, why is it that mothers are always the one that we always say they need to be at home with their children? Why these fathers that's in the house can't be at home with the kids either? Why she gotta always be the fuck at home? Why she can't go out and have a good time? Why she can't live her life? Yeah, she got a kid, and yeah, her child is sick, but she also married, and the man is, in the house. So why are we looking down on her for going on a trip? You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just me though. I just don't think that it's fair to say something like that for me. You know what I mean? I don't know. Um Let's see. Let me look at some of the comments. Scotty, do you think they planned those calls for filming? I'm surprised that Shamea's husband was okay with it being on film. Gerald seems to want to be quiet. Private. Yes, I definitely feel like they do plan them calls sometimes. Sometimes I think they plan them, but calls like the one that Gerald gave Shamea, I don't think so. I don't think that was planned at all. But I do think he wants to be private for the most part. I feel unless it's a work trip, no trips until the child is 36 months. I agree. Um, Let me see. I can agree to a certain extent, but when your children are on camera asking you to be home more, it's concerning. Is Shamea's kids asking her to be home more? And on top of that, when Shamea's not home, Shamea is actually working. So it's not like she's just going out on a trip just to have fun. A lot of the time, Shamea not at home because Shamea is getting her own paper. Like, I just feel like, if she wasn't going to work and getting her own money, then y'all would be somewhere trying to say that she just sitting at home living off her husband's money. Shamea actually be out there on the ground working. That's another reason why she don't really be at home. So what y'all want her to do? I'm just saying. Let me see. Nope. As a mother, if your child is sick like hers, is no way I would be out of the country. Different strokes for different folks. You can't. You can only speak for yourself. You can't speak for nobody else. Gerald could have went home and made sure the situation was handled. He didn't have to call her right then. Right. Shamea is rich. She doesn't need the work. She needs to be at home for a few more years with Shiloh. That's easier said than done, though. I mean, I don't know. I believe the other daughter was asking for her. A housewife is a full-time job, in my opinion. I mean, I get what you're saying, but like I said, Shamea does do other things outside of just sitting at home. Shamea hosts. Shamea was working at the radio station or something like that. Like she was at the BET Awards doing work. Like she actually works. So, you know, let me see. I don't like this perpetuating mom guilt. Shallow has two parents. That's all I'm saying. She got more than one parent. It ain't like Shamea is a single parent. She's married. The other parent is in the house. You feel what I'm saying? That call to Shamea seemed like BS. Why would you not leave if your child is sick to the point to where your husband has to call you and tell you? Shamea wants to be out in these streets. To be honest, if it were me, and someone called me about my child being sick, I probably would have went home right then. So, you know. And a woman should have some kind of income coming in. You see how it worked out for Peach Juice, right? Let me see. I low-key envy Shamea being that she is still able to vacation with a special needs kid. I wish I can go on vacation, but have a special needs child who requires 24/7 care. Gerald is way too quiet like Simon. Simon is a true Gemini. Chatty, funny, sense of humor. Gerald seems like a Taurus or a Scorpio, prefers to stay quiet in a strong background. Right. He is very quiet, though. Let me see. Even a housewife and a full-time mother needs a break. That's what I'm saying. But you know, this is one of those to each his own situations in my eyes. That's what this is. So we get into Cynthia and Portia, right? So they discuss Shamea and the baby, and Cynthia asks, "How was the baby? How's Shiloh?" Portia tells Cynthia that, you know, Shiloh was doing well, it's really not an issue or whatnot, right? So then Phaedra comes in, and Phaedra says that Angela gives school teacher like she teaches, you know, math. And I'm like, Phaedra, why are you on Angela's dick so hard? Why are you on her dick so damn hard? That's what I don't understand. Why are you on her dick? Because you act like you don't remember that you also, when you first came on this show, you was giving literature teacher your damn self. You was giving that type of teacher that teach literature all the time. Like that's what you gave. You gave a reading teacher all the time. Sometimes I feel like Phaedra want to fuck Charles. I don't know if I'm just doing the most when I say that, but I really feel like Phaedra want to fuck Charles because the way she keep on coming at Angela and keep on having something to say about Phaedra and, you know, I mean, about Angela, and I'm always having to point out that she didn't know that, you know, Charles was even married to Angela, let alone anybody else, and how she used to hang out with Charles 10 years ago and all this other shit. It's like, girl, okay, we get it. You used to hang out with the nigga 10 years ago. What gives? Do you want to fuck or not? Because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you want to fuck him. It sounds like you want to fuck him. It sounds like you want to give him that motherfucking take me to the king cooch that you got. That's what it sounds like you want to do. And this is the thing that kills me. This is why I don't like Phaedra, because Phaedra is so quick to say, oh, the girls on Miserable the Medicine, you know, they were on there, you know, being mean girls and mean girls and mean girls and mean girls and mean girl. Mean girl this, mean girl that, all that other bullshit. But you come on the Housewives and you doing that same mean girl shit that you said these other girls was doing. So I'm trying to understand, What makes you better than the other girls on this on the other show that you was on? Because I really feel like, yeah, Dr. Heavenly was saying shit about you. Yeah, Dr. Heavenly said this and that about you. Absolutely. But I don't think it was ever that damn deep. Honestly, I don't, and I know that Dr. Heavenly can be awful, and y'all know I drags Dr. Heavenly now. Y'all know this for a fact. Y'all know I would drag her to oblivion. But all the shit that Dr. Heavenly was saying about Phaedra and shit like that, I don't think it's half as bad as all the stuff that she's trying to perpetuate about Angela, because she just keeps on coming at Angela. And my thing is this: I know that Phaedra is most notable for her shade and shit like that, but it's like she came back to this motherfucker like, yeah, I gotta come in and read these girls. She didn't give herself no time to get to know these girls. Don't know these girls from Adam, from Jack, from Jingles, and she's already coming in trying to, shade the girls. But Phaedra was a mean girl when she was on the Housewives the first time. But I really feel like people forget that shit. She been a mean girl. She been saying inappropriate shit. She been saying stuff that was below the belt and shit like that. Like, she been doing it. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, it is what it is. Phaedra been a punk. She been a confessional gangster and all this other stuff. And all I gotta say is this: Phaedra act like she want to fuck Charles. I feel like she do. She wants to fuck Charles. She wants that grumpy dick. That's what it feels like to me. I don't know, but whatever. Moving on. Moving on from Phaedra wanting the grumpy dick. Phaedra says that Kelly doesn't want Britt to use her stylist, and they start discussing the cracks in Kelly and Britt's friendship, right? So, hold on, wait a minute. She's not saying those things to their faces, though. And that doesn't make it any better. She's a punk. Well, just like I said, she's a confessional gangster. It doesn't make it any better, because guess what? While you're saying, well, she's not saying those things in their faces, though. That might be true. But when she see these girls on this, at the reunion and stuff, she better be able to hold up for the bullshit that she done said in them damn confessionals. You're going to have to hold up for what you say. Don't get on camera and say some shit that you know you ain't going to be able to hold up for. Trust and believe me, all the shit that I'm saying on camera right now, on the shit that I'm doing, when it's time for the reunion, I'm going to be able to hold up. I respect the person that can say it in my face versus saying it in confessionals and can't say it to my damn face. Because see, here's the thing. If I sit back and I watch this shit, and I remember that scene plain as day, and then I watch this shit back and I see all that foul, fraudulent bullshit you saying in them damn confessionals, that's going to make me madder. And then that's going to make me want to come for your ass even harder than I did the first time. So just like, girl, yeah. No, I am agreeing with you about Phaedra. Because she's definitely being a punk. She is. And see, the thing about that is her fans really be going up for that punk ass shit. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sure Phaedra will have a list of paid reads and responses to anything that comes her way. And I'm pretty sure that she will. Honestly. I'm pretty sure that she will. She gonna have, I don't know who she got to write her reads now, because I know that Cadillac Kimberly don't fuck with her no more like that, but I don't know who she got to write her reads now. But all I know is this here, whoever she got to write her reads, they're gonna have to come with it, because this girl here is a mess. You feel what I'm saying? Let me see. You might. Now when it comes down to Kelly and Britt, and why would Kelly not want Britt to work with her stylist? What's the big deal? Maybe this is a woman thing or something. Maybe this is a woman thing. Because I don't know. Maybe it's a woman thing, because here's the thing. I wouldn't care. If I had a stylist and my friend wanted to use that stylist, I honestly would not care about that. I wouldn't even care. I would probably be the one to recommend my stylist to them, honestly. I wouldn't care. But a lot of y'all are saying that it's because Brit don't have no money to pay them. So if it's I'm saying it's a woman thing, Feisty, because that's all I ever hear is women do stuff like that. Because I remember somebody else, I remember it was somebody else, I remember being in the blogs one time and they were saying, oh, she used the same stylist I use, or she used the same hairstylist that I use. And why she using my stylist? Like, why she using my hairstylist? Like, why? These folks are not exclusive to y'all. They could do whatever they want and they can work with whoever they want. Who are you? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? That's why I said, that's why I asked, not necessarily said, but that's why I asked, is that a woman thing? Because it'd be like, what the fuck is, who cares? You know, like, who cares? That's all I ever hear. Like, I've only heard women do shit like that. Not no man, but I've only heard women do shit like that. Like, it's crazy. But people are saying that it's because of the fact that Brit didn't have no money to pay them or something like that. I mean, I don't know. But I feel like whenever you do something like that and you trying to block your friend, like, you basically, like, if you care about the stylist so much, wouldn't you want your stylist to make more money? Your friend using a stylist will put more money in their pocket. It just, that's whack to me. I think that Kelly is a flip-flopper. I don't think that she is real as she tries to make herself out to be. I don't think that I don't really think that she knows exactly what she's doing. I mean, I'm not really certain about that, honestly. I'm just not with it. I don't know it. Like, that's weird to me. That's weird to me. And it comes across like an envy type of thing. Scotty, are you dropping a link? Oh no. I don't like dropping links on a review, child. Looking at these last 2 episodes, Britt needed to be on for one more season. I have been on Britt's side these last 2 episodes. Some of the audience are starting to turn to be on Britt's side. Child. I don't believe Britt is not paying her because they were with Britt when she did the Watch What Happens Live. She's scared she might look better. That might be the truth. A lot of people are saying that this season feels choppy in terms of editing. I believe that too. She recommended the stylist as a way to pity Britt. She wasn't expecting Britt to actually hire them as well. It is. Many women can be very territorial. Let me see. Britt said the glam squad included videographer. She could have found her own makeup artist. Child, a mess. A hot ass mess. I just think that like I said, I'm not a woman. I don't really think that this shit is that serious. I just don't. I don't think it's serious. I just don't. It's not that deep. But like I said, I just feel like there are some people that there's something in the buttermilk ain't clean. That's all I can really say. Something in the buttermilk is not clean at this particular moment. I'm not really sure, but something is missing. And that's just it. We're getting into Kelly and Britt now. Kelly got to prepare for court, you know. She's very much so feeling a way about this whole court proceeding and this divorce stuff and everything like that. You feel what I'm saying? So she's very much so feeling a way about that. And then, you know, Britt confronted Kelly about her weird energy. And she was like, is this about something else? Or is it more so about the donations? And Kelly said that it was more so about the donations. I don't think that it's about no donations. I don't really believe that you're going to be here to turn on your friend to like at the very most for a donation situation. I don't ever think it's really that deep to turn on somebody about a damn donation. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's fake as fuck. It ain't got nothing to do with no donation. You're using the donation as a ploy to justify your weird energy towards Brit. That's what you're doing. You're using it. And I don't buy that shit. It ain't got nothing to do with it. So it's just like, nah. I don't believe it's about no donation. And just like Britt said, talk about the real reason why you're mad with me. And you're mad with Britt because she hired the same glam team as you. You're mad because she's working with your team. That's what you're mad about. And once again, that is really no real reason to be upset about some shit like that. If she want to work with your team, with that person, she can work with them. I'm pretty sure that there's people that's on your team that works with other people. Y'all can't hold them people hostage. They can work with whoever the fuck they want to. Like, are you fucking for real? This is weird energy coming from Kelly. It's weird ass energy. It's so crazy how all the people that people liked at the beginning of the season, no one really cares about them anymore. And now they're gonna have to spend the next season sitting up here trying to, have a redemption story. It's fucking ridiculous. I mean, it is. And it just comes across like you wanted a problem, you wanted a reason, and you just found one flimsy ass reason to be like, oh, I don't want to fuck with her anymore. Oh, she's not doing it for me. No, I don't want her working with my team. Oh, it's all about the donation. Oh, she didn't do what I thought she should have done for the donation. Oh, I'm a fake ass bitch. Oh, blah, 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 blah. That's all this is. Kelly is fake and phony as a motherfucker. This is fake as all them damn fillers in a damn face. She's fake. But to be honest, a lot of these girls on this show are phony as hell. They're not coming into this show being who they are, being who they really are. I feel like they're coming into this show trying to be something that they're not. But in the same breath, maybe being fake is a way of life for all of them. That could be what it is. But at the same point in time, though, if I was Britt, I'd never fuck with Kelly again. And that's just me being for real, for real. You mean to tell me you're going to wait till we get on the show to try to play me? You feel what I'm saying? You're going to wait till we get on this show together to play me. You're going to wait till we get on this show together and then say you don't want me working with your team. It wasn't a problem before, so why is it a problem now? Why are we making this a competition? It's giving fake. It's giving I've been had a problem with you. It's given I never really spoke on my real issue with you. It's given I'm going to pick an issue that doesn't make any sense, but try to make it make sense so I can look like I'm doing the right thing. Girl, bye. The fuck out my face. It's weird. And on top of that, why y'all didn't talk about this outside of the cameras? Like, I know that some people be like, well, this is reality TV and y'all got to talk about everything on camera. I mean, yeah, for the most part, but it's just certain things I never would have just talked about on camera. Like, I just wouldn't. It's just ridiculous to me. Like, this whole Kelly and Britt thing is so weird. It's very weird. And Kelly looking like a fraud, honey. That's exactly what she looking like, a goddamn fraud. They all by the pool. Portia is on the grill. And then Portia and Kelly, they were talking about how everybody, was fighting, but they chose to move on and stuff like that. And, I get why they do this now on reality TV, how they just fight and move on, because some of the drama really don't be that serious. And sometimes you just got to move the show along. I'm learning. You got to move the show along so it's really not that fucking deep, and you got to do certain things to move this shit along. Like, y'all don't really want to stay on the same thing. So everybody's getting along. I mean, we're all on the trip together. We got to be around each other this whole damn time. Let's try to be cordial. Let's try to get along. You know what I mean? Kelly got a phone call from a divorce lawyer, and it's not a good call in so many words. She's very emotional about it, and she's not ready for it. They talk about feet when they're in the little Sprinter van on the way to the jab. I think that's what you call it. The jab, whatever it's called. They were talking about feet. And Portia says that she dated someone that liked feet. And I was like, are you sure that wasn't me in a past life? Because if a nigga got some cute feet, then yeah. If a nigga got some cute feet, clean feet, yeah. But anyway, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But anyway, so they were talking about that shit. Then they go to the jab. They got all this black oil on them. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't know if I would have been able to do that. All that oil, and it's hard to get it off of you and all this other shit. But them men was looking real good. One thing about that is that those men in Grenada really looks good. Those are some handsome men in Grenada. Okay, like come, literally, come. Love me a nice dark-skinned chocolate man. I just love me a dark-skinned man. They just do something to me. But it did look like they had they had a great time. Like they had a good time out there. It looked like it was a lot of fun. But I do think that after it was over, they probably was tired than a mother. I really feel like they was tired. Because sometimes when you have a good time like that, you be tired as hell once it's over with. For real. You be tired when it's over. Like for real. So it's the next morning. Everybody's ready to go. They discussed the previous night. They talked about how good of a time it was. And then, Britt said that she cleaned Phaedra up. And Kelly's not really ready to go back home. She said she knows she got to go back home to her kids. But she really wants to T. Okay. I'm a February Aquarius. She doesn't really want to go back to the ATL and deal with her reality. And I get that. I get what she means by that. Like, you living in the moment in Grenada, you having you a good time with your girls, you're around all these black old ass men that will look like they'll get you pregnant, and you just having you a good time. But then when you realize I gotta go back home to Atlanta and I gotta deal with all this bullshit with this ex-husband of mine, it's just not something I really want to deal with. I totally understand and I get it. Nobody wants to deal with that shit. I promise you, nobody does. So I get it. I definitely understand and I get it. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. This is one of those reasons why I be afraid of marriage. You feel what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I be wanting to get married, and then the next day I don't want to get married, and then the next day I be like, oh, I would love to get married. It just seems like marriage is just so transactional and just so much of a bill, and oh, you got to divide these assets, and you got to do these assets, and you got to do this, and you got to do, you know what I mean? Like, that's just what it gives. It just gives off so much damn energy and time to put into a damn marriage when I could just be your boyfriend for the rest of my damn life and be fine with the shit. Like, that's just how it comes across to me. And I might sound ignorant as a motherfucker saying some shit like that, but yes, Nandy J, it's like it's a business. It just seems like it's no longer about love anymore. It's about finances and business at this point now. And I don't know, but that's just me overthinking. That's just me overthinking, honey. Like, I be like, oh God, you know what I mean? Like, do you really want to get married? Is this something you really want to do, child? Is it? I don't know. And then when you see, and then it just be like when you see people being married, and you see how much in love they was when they got married. And then it's kind of like by the time they get to the end of the marriage, they hate each other. It was the craziest shit in the world. But everybody's marriage isn't like that, and the ending of everybody's marriage isn't like that either. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. I ain't never been married, so I can't tell y'all what it's like. To each his fucking own, though. But y'all, I told y'all that this review wasn't gonna be long, but it was actually longer than anticipated because I thought it was just gonna be like a 35-minute to like 40-minute live, but I gave y'all close to 50 minutes. Close to 50 minutes. I gave y'all that much, like I gave y'all just that much. I gave y'all just this much. You feel what I'm saying? So I appreciate you guys rocking with me and watching. Later on tonight, y'all know we got to do the Whether You Like It or Not panel. Tomorrow is the Basketball Wives review. I got to do that around noon. Then me and Bundy going live at 7 Eastern. And that's about it. Y'all will have some Yes for the Mess pre-records, probably somewhere in between. Maybe sometime tomorrow. Depends on how I feel. But that's if I don't have to film tomorrow, because I might have to film tomorrow. I really don't know. But that's about it, y'all. So I'm about to get up out of y'all's hair, and I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Holla!
It's on some whole shit. What happened to the Zeus fame? Then Bobby made you change your name. For sure, still searching for a ring. Pray these hoes find better days. Cut off everybody. Don't trust nobody. Play with everybody. Don't have nobody. Cut off everybody. Don't trust nobody. Play with everybody. Don't have nobody. Nobody. Nigga never was a real one. Copping, please, spreading lies. What you hiding from? All these shows just an extra.
Little dance now, twerking on shit live. Bad bitch, munch it up, cock goblin. Slapping ass on this dick, cock goblin. Gobble up his dick, bitch, a cock goblin. Fuck him in his face, bitch, a cock goblin. Attitude bad, but I'm better. Ass poke out, just fatter.